Hey guys, welcome. Okay, in today's episode of What the Hell Is She Doing Now? We're gonna take, hopefully, this board, which is a 24 by 36 3/4 inch MDF board that's been primed twice with kills, painted in black, and turned it into Northern Lights, I hope. So I'm doing a quick intro because you guys are going to have to be mounted on that pod. So colors we're going to use. I have pink, flamingo, lilac, solid purple, teal, midnight, purple galaxy, and obviously black. And I have all these little cups set up, each one for the colors, and I even kind of wrote in what color goes in the cup and how many ounces I want, because this is a really big board that I'm going to attempt to do. And then this is what I'll mix all of the clear in, is this big guy. So I'm going to get the phone mounted back in the stand. I'm then going to get epoxy. I'll get the resin mixed up, divide it out, and colors in, and then we'll be back to pour. Fingers crossed. All right, guys, here we go. I did mix up just some clear, left some clear. So I want to put this down to kind of, I don't know, help be able to spread colors around. There was no small feat mixing up this much and this many colors. I don't know what I was thinking. I must have been crazy. I have a feeling this is about to get really messy. But, so you can see on the board, the only thing I did was kind of drew in a line where I think I want, you know, the black to go. Hopefully that will work. We'll see. Well, I don't know. Maybe. I'm going to try to spread this clear around the best I can, but I'm about to be just a hot, horrible mess. I know it. Looking for my squeegee just to help me move this around. Again, I just kind of wanted a little bit of clear on here to act somewhat as a, I don't know, a buffer agent. I tried to do a pour without putting clear down first, and it just, the colors didn't blend very well. So I figured, well, maybe if I put a little bit of clear down first, it'll help the colors move better, in theory, maybe, kind of. At least that's my story. All right. Like I said, this is gonna be a hot mess. I know it. I can already feel it. Apparently I better I'm not wearing the right shirt to be doing this. All right, I don't know why I'm trying to be neat. Forget it. We're going with the hand. All right. Again, just a little bit of clear to kind of pre-buffer, maybe, if you want to call it. All right, we need to start with pink. I'm gonna lay the pink. This is my thought. All right, maybe I can only, if I keep one hand really sticky, one hand not, maybe that'll work. Otherwise, I can just see these cups falling out of my hand because my hand is full of resin. Oh, and I can see I'm gonna have to change gloves too before I grab that heat gun. That'll be entertaining. All right, so let's get all that pink. So when I did this, anytime I thought about doing one, and especially one this big, I did do a little bit of research. I kind of went out and, like, you know, found actual photography of Northern Lights. All right, then we're gonna go on to flamingo. And then I looked up other renditions, you know, and I kind of discovered it's really is kind of interpretive. There's no clear, like, consensus on exactly what the Northern Lights look like, because even people who do the photography who photographed the Northern Lights. It looks different. So I don't know if maybe if it's, you know, different areas when they're looking at it, or maybe different lighting, different times of year, I don't know. So I said, well, scratch that, that's not gonna help me. Let's see, and then we were gonna do the lilac. Trying to get all these down, and then we'll worry about blending the color, is my thought. Now I did do different quantities of each color. So the pink, there was only like 5 ounces mixed up. The flamingo, I did 9. Lilac, I have 5. And that's just based solely on what I think will happen, and how things might move. I could be wrong. Hopefully not too bad. So I'm trying not to let it get to the edge yet, because I don't want it to start running over just yet. But I'm trying to hurry and get these out of the cups, because, well, it was a whole lot of resin that I mixed up. So, and this is the first layer. I know I'm gonna do more layers on this. So then I was thinking the teal. Okay. And then the midnight blue, which hopefully my little drip edge on this side is going to function. Otherwise I'll have a mess all over my garage floor. All right, now we'll get the midnight blue down. I'll start slow with it. All right. Da-da-da. All right, so I should have worn like multiple layers of gloves, and I just started peeling them off as I needed to. All right, that drip edge is good. Dropping the heat gun. All right, I'm gonna just move this all a little by hand first before I get out the heat gun and mess it up too much. So I'm thinking that this is gonna be the first layer, and then after this is cured, then I'll probably come in and add some more highlights, is what my thought on this is. All right, better get this black out of the cup. All right. Hold on, glove change, because this is going to be a disaster. So I'm going to bring my glove over. I'm going to grab the heat gun. Actually, I'm going to move the black around. Maybe I'll just do that with the heat gun. Fix the drip edge on this side. And then we'll go. I haven't added that Galaxy purple in yet. I kind of want to move this around a little bit more and see what happens. So, I can get my glove on. All right. Hold on, I gotta get my finger in that glove hole. There we go. Keep the cord out of the way too. I'm gonna switch to this gun, only because it's got a nozzle that'll blow better. grab this. Only because it needs a little help. Again, I've never tried to do one this big, so in the Northern Lights with this many colors. I don't know that I will again. This was something else. All right, so I'm trying to get it to move, but I don't want to overheat too much. So I want to add some of this Galaxy Purple, which is really starting to get warm. So I got to get it out of this cup. And think happy thoughts, right? Think happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. Maybe. Kind of, sort of. All right, go back to this gun. right, so it's improving. It's improving. Again, for being that it's just like the first layer, I'm okay with trying to, not using that, you know, trying to move this a little bit more. Blend the colors. I need to make sure I start encouraging it. I'll pick some up off of my table. Encourage my edges to go. That's one thing, you make sure that, you know, as you're doing it, make sure the resin is actually coming over your edges. So a lot of times I just pick up what's on my table and I kind of move that with it. You got a hair in there. Thank goodness this is the first layer. It'll be a hot mess for sure. So again, fix my cloth or my drip bench. Just try to coat the edges so it'll keep running. And I'm okay if, you know, some of the other color goes, because like I said, I try to want to blend this and get it moving as much as possible. So I know it looked like I was really making the resin hot, but I mean, obviously you can see my hands are in it, so it's not horrible. So run that edge. So I think for a first layer, we're okay. And we can come back when we do the second layer, add some more colors, tweak them a little bit more. Good news is my landscape line kind of held nice, so that's a bonus. So we'll see what happens. I think I'm gonna grab what I do want to do. Let's grab this guy, and I want to take and make some lines, make some fracture veins through it, just on this first layer, and we'll see how this sets up. We can go from there. So I used the tip at first of this little guy, so now I'm just gonna come after with this. Maybe, you know, smooth them out just a little bit. So we'll give it a little bit, see how it sets up. Then we can determine, okay, well, what do we want to do in the second layer? I know one thing. The second layer will not have this many colors. So I'm gonna grab my white and wipe my hand off, because I need to torch, but my hand is ever so slightly sticky. That's what's cool, honestly, really, about doing a piece this big, is because we can do it in layers. So if this layer doesn't turn out exactly like we were hoping, we have the opportunity to come back and go over it again, which will help fix anything that we're going, oh my gosh, what happened with that? So there's the start of the first layer. And like I said, and then we'll tweak it tomorrow for a second layer, and we'll see what happens. Definitely next time around, not all these colors at once. Oh my God, way too much. So we'll be back tomorrow. Welcome back to day 2. So lessons learned from day 1. Definitely was trying to work with too much at one time, meaning too many colors. I should have divided the board, which we're doing today. So I'm gonna get this clear down. Today we're gonna kind of work on this pink and black area. We're gonna kind of basically divide the board in half and see if we can't make this look a little bit better. Not that it's totally terrible right now. I'm just not a really big fan of it right now. So I figured, all right, second layer, we'll see what happens. So get this clear down. So definitely, like I said, tried to do way too many colors yesterday. I don't know what I was thinking. Other than I was crazy. So, trying not to get my hands super messy just yet. But that's not gonna work. So, we'll just go for it. Good news is everything cured just fine on it. I just don't like the look of it. I think it was way too long getting all these different colors mixed up. It was just too much on the resin. It waited too long, too close to its pot life. Didn't want to move nice. So, all right. So we got that clear down. Obviously I'll adjust the black, but we'll see. Maybe if I thin that out just a little bit. Blend it up in there. All right, so let's get a bit of this other pink. And I know a lot of this is gonna end up covered in some trees. So if this part's a little wonky, I guess I'm a little more okay with it. We'll see how this goes. So I did put mica powder in these, but then I also added, well, you can see that apparently didn't get mixed, a little bit of alcohol ink. So I'm hoping that we can make something a little bit better this time to go over what I did yesterday. Again, super messy hands, needed to get a new pair of gloves. And again, I'm hoping to kind of fix that some. I know there's going to be trees that's going to, you'll only see some of it through there. So the important part is going to be more up there when we do it. So I am going to attempt to try, I don't know how this is going to work. I've seen people do this. They take like pieces of wax paper and kind of use it to blend these together. I don't know. I don't know if that did much. All right. Warm it up so you can't move it around. too much and not have it move. Okay, a little better. Kind of want to push this back a little. Like there, kind of move it across the board. Kind of like that better. Kind of subdued that first layer a little bit. I'm liking that. All right, let's get the black down here. See if we can't. Again, I didn't do real dark when I added the pigment to the black. Hopefully I don't live to regret that. Kind of wanted to, I don't know, mute that a little bit if you would, because like I said, this is going to be trees down here, so I'm okay if it kind of shows through the trees some, maybe, I don't know. So continue to kind of get this to flow over the edges. And we'll see what happens. Like I said, to me this area, I don't know, almost a little more leniency in what happens, because I know I am going to put in some pine trees through here. Again, I'm just running my hand along the edge, making sure where we did pour now is flowing over the sides, which so far, hey, I got that part right. Yeah, I think that'll be much better. So I'm going to grab my ice purple. Let's see. I'm okay if it creates a few little cells and might add some interest into the nighttime sky. Oh, I don't know. I've never claimed to completely know what I'm doing. I just run with it. We run with it and see what happens. Hey, how about I don't torch? I just put isopropyl. That's a good thought. I just see myself catch on fire. Hey, at least I caught it before I actually did set myself on fire. So, I think we're gonna call down here kind of good. I like it. I like that this is a little more dusky looking and darker. It's not so crazy. We'll let it set. We'll come back and work on up here in the board, which I'll definitely, you know, kind of blend that blue down into here a little bit more. So fingers crossed it'll still turn out. So other than that, I'll just keep wiping the edges for now. Make sure that, you know, it flows well. I'm gonna try to smooth this top line. So when we do come back with another layer, it's not such a lip. Maybe it'll help for blending purposes. It doesn't have to go over quite such a speed bump, I guess. So we're gonna leave it, and that's today's episode of What the Hell Is She Trying to Do Now? We'll be back tomorrow. Okay, we're back. It dried overnight. Looks pretty good. We're gonna see what we can do up here. I have everything mixed up, all the original colors that we started with the exception of maybe I might add a little bit of lime green. I don't know. We haven't decided. So I'm gonna put a little bit of clear, because I do want, when we put the blue in, I want it being a little in the clear, but not a lot. So fingers crossed this time things work out better. We're gonna see. We will see what happens. I guess we can only pray, right? Pray to the epoxy gods that they help us this time. All right. So we'll get the blue down here. Like I said, I want just a little bit of that in there. Trying to get it out quick, let it start leveling. We'll move it around a little. I was smarter this time and kept things smaller quantity, bigger mouth container, hoping it will help everything move nicely. All right. And I do have a stockpile of gloves close by, so I don't have to go disappear to find them. Spread this out. I'm trying so hard not to have to use my hand, so I don't have to disappear to change gloves, but we'll see. Let's see how that goes. Don't go over yet. So again, just trying to move that blue around. I said I wanna pull it down some into this clear for moving it around purposes, because I wanna have some of that blue coming down into this purple, but not all of it. So we'll see. I feel like I'm spreading frosting. Again, try to smooth this line. It did work, that other one, smoothing that line. I was really happy with the way that turned out. All right, let's warm that up a little bit. right, so we're gonna add in some more of that Galaxy purple, that real shiny, kind of cool looking stuff. Again, I don't want it everywhere. I just kind of want streaks of it, because just a little tiny bit of this stuff goes so far. All right, don't drip too much. See if we can't warm that up and move it around. So I'll add a little bit more. I'm trying to do it a little at a time, because I found if I go too much, I lose control and I end up with a hot mess like we did on that first layer. So I'll put some more, maybe some up here, maybe just a smidge over here. All right. Work on that areas. Okay, that's turning out so much better than it looked before. Okay, so I have a little bit of the teal that we used the first time, which I lost completely because it just ran off. So my thought on this is we're going to create the lights, you know, that the green that you would see in the Northern Lights. I have a little bit of clear on standby in case I want to mix up a little bit of a lime, which we'll see how this goes down and then figure that out. All right, so I'm gonna start off small and use my stick rather than just pour it, because I don't want it, because I want it to move out, but not too much, which maybe the popsicle stick is too skinny. Let's grab this guy. See if we can, a little better luck. There we go. So maybe this might turn out okay yet. Maybe. We'll see. All right, let's warm that up and move that around and see what happens. All right, looking better. I'll add, I don't know, maybe I will try to pour just a little bit. Don't go too much. I guess I kind of learned my lesson on that first layer where it's like, oh, way too much, way too much. Move it, blend it. Move it. I don't know, just some lines to make that appearance. Okay, see if we can. It's stuck. Okay, I'm liking how it's coming out. I want to do a little bit right in here. We'll see. So I think we'll keep it down lower. Let's see what happens. Maybe. And liking it, it looks better. Well, at least I think, but maybe I could be wrong. All right. One more time, I'm moving that, and then I think we are going to use just a little bit of that lime green that I was talking about. Okay, hands are a mess. So, yeah, I'm liking that. All right, so literally, I mean, I have just this tiny little cup that we're gonna put in some of this lime green. We will see. Let's not do it on top of the painting, huh? All right, so get this mixed up. I've learned to try to go really slow when I'm mixing the mica powders, because I just did it again. You go too fast and like you get this poof of powder in your face. Or maybe I'm the only one that does that, I don't know. Anyway, it was just, I was like, lesson learned, let's not do that. All right. So my thought on this is to try and run a line of it kind of more towards the edge, maybe a little slightly into that teal aquamarine color we just laid. We'll see how that works. All right, let's see if I want to end up using this popsicle stick to do it. So just laying that in there, hopefully. Just following that green kind of where it went. Take it all the way off the side. Trying to accent, I guess, the bottom part of this, if you will. To see if it'll work. All right. What I want to do, I don't use my mind, is I want to warm it back up, but I don't want to blow it because I want to use this guy just to blend that a little bit. My thought. So just blend that green a little. So I'm just barely dragging this across the top where that green is. Hopefully it'll move like I'm thinking. And it's just meant to be more like, I don't know, right on the bottom of the light, hopefully. I'm gonna stick this in here. I don't know. It's all interpretive, right? It's kind of cool. You can still see the purple through the back on that. So I'm just trying to put some on the back of the stick. I'm trying to be artistic. Which is crazy when you think that I have more luck doing this stuff in coasters, which is kind of crazy. I think coasters would be harder. I find coasters so much easier to do this design in, maybe because it doesn't move as much. There's not as much space for it to go. So I can kind of control a little bit more. All right. So I think that's going to be good. I don't think I'm going to mess with that anymore. We're going to see how it continues to move. What I am going to do is start working on my sidelines here all around. Again, pick up what's on the table is how I do it, to make sure there's no dry spots on those ends, on the edges. Because I just want it to flow over and not have any lumps, if you will. Yeah, I'll grab some of this purple. There's still some purple in the container. So, oh look, put some on top. I'll burn my hand through it. Let it blend over. And again, just trying to avoid any dry spots. So some of that purple that I did, I'll just blend it, I guess. All right, I need to come around and actually look. Okay, good. It's flowing nicely. Flowing nicely. So again, just oh, I got purple right there in the middle of the green. Move it a little. All right, let me take this glove off. Throw another one on because I want to blend this down a little bit. So again, there's not so much of a I call it a speed bump. So just gonna pull this down a little bit, kind of smooth out this bottom. Just so it's a little bit easier when I attempt to come in here tomorrow and paint some trees on this. I've been practicing my trees, watching some Bob Ross videos. I don't know how he does it because he makes it look really easy. I'm not sure. And then again, he's how many years experience painting, because he's just like, dab here, no, happy trees. I did get some black acrylic paint, and I got some nice quality fan brushes. And we're gonna go and see what happens. Okay, so we're gonna let it sit and see what happens. I'll spend some time torching, make sure we don't have a bunch of air bubbles, and hopefully just see how it all moves. So, fingers crossed. We'll be back in the morning to look to see what happens, and then maybe we can figure out some trees. We'll see. All right, good morning, guys. So here we are. She's all done, for better or worse. That's how she turned out. I kind of really like it. I'm excited. Now it's time to paint the trees. So I have 3 different size fan brushes. I found them on Amazon. They're hog hair, so they're really stiff ones. I just got some acrylic paint. I have no idea if this is a good brand or not. Don't ask me. I don't know paint, but I got paint. I got a skinny little paintbrush. I'm gonna paint the trunks. I got a ruler, make sure I put straight lines. So that's what we're gonna attempt to do. I am not going to record it because it'll probably be like the longest video in the world if I did, but what I'm gonna do is after I paint the lines and I get this full of paint, I just kind of like, I'm gonna tap it on the line to make the trees. I don't know. I watched a ton of YouTube videos, a lot of Bob Ross. We'll see him and his little happy trees. He makes it look so easy. I'm sure it's not, but that's what we're gonna attempt to do. So I'll get the trees in and then come back to show you. All right, there it is. Bob Rossi trees and all. May not be the greatest trees, but hey, they look kind of good. So I'll have to get her laid down and glitter clear coats on her. And then I'll take a picture and you guys will see. All right, clear coat is on. Now she has to sit. I'll be babysitting her for a while, checking for air bubbles, make sure we're good. Obviously, wiping drips, but there she is, all done. So tomorrow, when I get her uncovered, I'll get her stood up and take a good picture. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something, had some fun, maybe some laughs. It's fine if it's my expense. I laugh at myself all the time. So if you did, you know, like the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.